Hey there, Dream Teamers, coming to you live from Command Central. This is where it happens Monday through Friday. This is where I work out of. And I wanted to just take a second and just tell you thank you. But I also wanted to just kind of cast a little vision here and just remind you of the importance you play on this campus. And you know what? People are telling me this campus is different. And I credit that 100% to y'all and your efforts and the Dream Team. You guys are doing such a great job. And so we've been doing this Dream Team thing for a while. We've had our guests, we've had our greeters, we've had our hosts, we've had all kinds of different things. You guys have been doing so great. But I know what happens, just like anything else over time, you start to wane, you start to shift, you start to lose focus, you start to lose momentum, you start to miss a Sunday, you start to show up late. All these things happen in any good organization. But here's what great leaders do. Great leaders remind people why they do what they do. And if we don't start with the why, we lose the vision. We can talk about the how, we can talk about the logistics, but we got to talk about the why. And so I want to share with you the why. You guys are the first line of defense. People will come back to this church if they have a good interaction with the people that they meet. And you know, I talk about it all the time that you guys are going to meet more people than I'm going to meet on a Sunday morning. And I just want to continue to remind you of how important you are. I was reading a book this week and they were talking about just the idea of casting vision and just talking about how important that is. And he told this story about this guy. He came upon a construction site. Everybody out there was bricklayers. And so he goes up to the first guy to kind of figure out what they're building. And the first guy says, he just looks discouraged, disgruntled. And he goes up to the guy and he says, "Excuse me, sir, what are you doing?" And the guy says, "I'm just a bricklayer, just lay bricks every single day. That's just what I do. I just lay bricks." And so he looks around, he sees another guy who seems to be a little bit more engaged, a little bit more motivated, goes up to him and he says, "Excuse me, sir, what are you doing?" He goes, "Well, I make $15 an hour. That's what I do. I just make $15 an hour. I go home, I pay for stuff, I make $15 an hour." And he looks around and he sees a guy that just is engaged, he's motivated, he's excited. And he goes up to the guy and he says, "Excuse me, sir, what are you doing?" He says, "Well, you know what I'm doing? I'm building a cathedral where someday people will worship God." And you know what? That guy had the right perspective. And here's the thing. You might be thinking on a Sunday morning, I just pass out ceilings. I just say hi to people. I just wave to people. I just greet people. That is not what you do. You are not a person who lays bricks. You are not a person who makes money. You are a person who connects people to God and one another. And we say it all the time on Sunday mornings that this might be their first time and it might be their last time to coming to church. And the biggest difference that we see is, do they have a connection? Do they meet somebody? Does somebody talk to them? Does somebody encourage them? I just want to encourage you guys, listen, when you're here on Sunday morning, when you're greeting people, when you're meeting people, it changes people's weeks. And it means that they might come back. And if they come back, they might hear a message and they might change their lives. And it may save their marriage and it may help their kids and it may get them plugged into a community group and it may help them join a Dream Team and it may help them start and witness to their neighbor. I'm telling you, it is a ripple effect. You are not here on Sunday morning just saying hi to people. You are changing neighborhoods. You are changing families. You are changing cities because you are connecting people to God. Please, please do not ever lose the vision of what you're doing. You're not a bricklayer. You're not a paid employee. You are a person that is building a cathedral where someday people will worship God. That's what you do. You do it so well. Keep doing it. Let's crush it this week. We're going to have an awesome Sunday, and you are going to be the biggest difference between that. Thank you so much.